Yes, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Ayan, okay na. Sorry. Ayan. Welcome to my Itmgd class 2 for the digital production subject. And yes, happy Valentine's to you all. So, andito na ba yung mga students ko? Okay. Ayan, that's it. So, thank you for coming in. Please, yeah. Hindi kasi kayo nag-greet kaya I thought you were not here. Yan, good afternoon, Angela. Good afternoon, Mabel. Good afternoon, Husna. And happy Valentine's as well to you, Peter. So I'm using my ano ha, I have two screen. I'm using the for my camera, I'm using this how I call that one? My cell phone, no? Afternoon, Edeline. Ayan, dito pala sila. I thought you're not watching, kaya nag-send na lang ako sa GC. Hindi kasi kayo nag-greet. Kaya I thought walang tao. Sino to si Jocker? Yes, happy Valentine's as well, Miss Adeline and Angela. Uy, Angela, ang picture ni mo, nga ano, gikambyuan ni mo. Please change your profile. You know my rules. Okay, present kay Junie na profile pic, oh, di ba? So, though he's wearing the, ano no, yung officer sa ICE. I mean, ACES. Okay, so good afternoon, good afternoon. And again, welcome. Yes, happy Valentine's, Junie. So welcome again to my ITMGD class. For this afternoon, we'll be discussing our the chapter one for this digital production, which is the identify the basics of photography. So before we engage talaga in taking up some ano ba yung pictures, no? Then I know you are so excited about photography, but let's muna discuss on like paano ba talaga, magkuha ng picture? Ano pala yung mga, um, types of, gadgets na needed, 'no? So, what are the basic on, getting a photography, 'no? So, by this afternoon, so our learning objective this afternoon is to understand, 'no, how your digital camera works, 'no? How does the camera works pala, 'no? Then as well as your camera's automatic and assisted settings, and how to set up cameras manual settings, and what are the composition and techniques in composition and techniques in editing and images in post. Okay, so I guess everyone is here already. Ayan, so there are 18 out of yeah, I forgot you are only 38 in my class, I think. Wait, 38 class list. Nasanay kasi ako na maraming student ba every time I have my class. So, ayun, we are 36 lang pala. And you are 17. So, nasaan na yung iba? Anyways, will not force them to watch, but I know how to check the attendance already. Okay, so let me share my screen of the basic photography. Mm-hmm. But for now, let me stop the share muna. Stop sharing screen. Ayan. So, klaro dyan ako now. Ayan. May maning sa cellphone ko kay naka-filter na daan ba. Ayan, di ba? Pero nagapangita gyapon siya lighting, dapat na jud ko lighting diri sa front. So, ayan. Let me share again my presentation for this afternoon. Wait. So, I need to ano pala. Uh, Ano ba yan? F5 ba yan? F5. O yan, then Alt tab because I need to go back muna. Ayan, then yan, that's it. Share. That ayan, na-share na siya. It's still loading. Ayan, so the basic photography. Um, yeah, wait, sasaglit na ha. So actually, it's like, ano ba? It's like a coincidence that I'm lecturing now my the topic this afternoon. Then it's just happened that my sister returned to me my old camera, my DSLR before the one that I'm using. Saglit lang ha. Okay. So, saan na yung camera ko eh? Nawala naman. I mean, yung ano ko. Ayan. Oops, not that one. Okay. So, like what I've said, in our orientation, though it was not live because yeah, there's a technical problem with the StreamYard. So, yeah, like what I've said, that you need to have your own camera as much as possible. You need to buy one. Of course, I'm just kidding. So, of course, if you have friends or ano hawak ka, or relatives that have their own camera, or if you have your cell phone with you, which is really ano, yung bang anong tawag ito? Yung it's a high ano na siya, high-end masyado, then that will be as good, no? Like you have the iPhone 13, ano nga yung bago sa ano, sa Samsung, sa Vivo, no? Yung mga high-end talaga para when you submit some of the activities, then of course, bibigyan ko talaga malaking grado because you know naman pag high-end ang ganda talaga ng mga kuha, no? Then pag wala pa kayong high-end na cellphone, then you can buy one if you want. Okay? So, yes, I am requiring you talaga as much as possible. But of course, pag di naman talaga kaya, meron tayong mga options, 'di ba? Okay? So, just like this one, I have my yeah, Nikon. Karaan na kayo, no? Nikon. Then of course, I have my video cam pod na hinirman because our program has the video cam, no? So I will borrow it pa yan program head. So ayan, I have my Nikon. I forgot the brand. Dera. Nikon D40X. So before I'm using this one, though this is a second hand when I bought it, pero ang ganda pa kasi ng result. Then ang ganda talaga ng resulta ng ano no, ng ano basta DSLR ang kuha, no? Kasi when you try to zoom it, talagang andun pa yun. Kitang-kita pa ang quality ng photo. Okay? So, moving on. So, again, this afternoon, we'll be discussing about the basics of photography. Now, understanding how your digital camera works. So, let's talk about the fundamental things you need to know about the camera. So, I know you already know what is a camera, how we use the camera, and of course it's really ano naman talaga if we go deeper pa, I mean we go sa the history of making of the camera, no? So I think let's not go there nang that's ano lang talaga sa yung fundamentals lang, no? Wag na tayo sa history kasi nga hindi naman tayo ano doon focus. We will just be discussing about a little bit of this camera, okay? So understanding how your digital camera works. So digital camera has more advanced sets of functionalities than the previous cameras. Okay. So film cameras, the previous cameras which is the film cameras. Diba? Yung film, yung naapay, yung film bitaw, if kitsa pa may nakaabot ato. But now the digital one, like this one, this is also ano na siya, digital na siya. 'no, wala na yung film. I forget meron din kami nung ano dati. So digital uses external memory cards to store. Nasaan na yung memory card ko dito, nawala. To store sorry. Digital uses external memory cards to store its photo or video. So like this one, I'm not so sure andito pa. Oh, andito pa talaga yung memory card pala. Ayun, SD card like this one. Oh, 'di ba? Yan, SD card ko. Oh, andito pa din pala yung SD card. Akala ko naman. We will see, I'll let it scan later kung meron pa 'to. The problem na dito is hindi ma-charge yung battery niya, eh, kaya ayun, it's not useful anymore. So then how digital camera works, while the lenses techniques and terms are the same. A digital camera sensor more closely resembles a solar panel than a strip of film, and each sensor is divided up to millions of red, green, blue pixels, examples megapixels. When light hits the pixel, the sensor converts it into energy, and a computer built inside of the camera reads just how much energy is being produced. So ganyan pala mag-works yung camera natin, no, digital camera. So understanding how your digital camera works, so is a piece of equipment. Ito yung definition na search natin, no, about the camera. It is a piece of equipment that is used for taking photographs, making films, or producing television pictures. So, yeah, I think mine can also record, no? Hindi lang siya pang pictures, no? Digital cameras now can also be captured videos. So, yun na yung maganda. Unlike sa dati noon talaga, yung film lang, di ba? Na-remember ko tuloy, 'di ba, sino nga yung Imasian dito? We still have those, the one that, yung film, 'no? So, mahal yung film dati, eh, it's almost, 250 pero mahal pa yun dati, 'no? Then we have this, 50 lang, 50 shots. So, limited ang shots sa ano, 'no, yung film na camera. Then of course, aim a day, ang dami. Ano yan, eh, malaking event yan sa IMA. So, of course, picture dito, picture doon, pero limited lang. Tas binibilang lang namin yung ano, kaya at least may remembrance kami. Pero unlike now in digital, 'di ba? We can do as much as thousands, no? Not a million, because it depends on the anong tawag ito? Lalagyan, no? Like the storage nimo capacity. Then you can have millions if it is tera, of course. Mag-ano lang yan, gaano lang yan siya bigat yung pictures na andun lang yan sa kilobytes, no? Now, below are the parts of a camera and its corresponding functions. So, we have the body. Ayan, like this one. Oh, wait, I think I need to, para makita din naman. Oh, nawala man din nun. Ito. Dito. Gonna do it like this one. Pero di makita yung ganito lang pala. Parang tanga ako. Ayan, so for the meantime, ito yung yung body. Ito yung body. Okay, like the body. I know, this is the body. Kasi lens to, eh. Can I get it one? Paano nga to kunin ang lens? Marunong pa rin ako. Ayan! So, ito yung body, no? Yan, body. Ito yung body. Then, lens kasi ito. Lens. Ayan. So, ito yung lens. Ayan. So, the body, when asking the price of the body, mura lang ang body. Mas mahal talaga ang lenses, no? But of course, sa akin, yeah. Hindi naman talaga ako bili talaga ng masyadong mahal, 'no. I mean, I was not able to invest kasi nga pagdating ng GoPro, 'no, GoPro, nag-shift agad ako na dapat pala hindi. Mas better nag-proceed talaga ako sa camera. Okay, sana yung presentation ko nawala na. Ayan, so we have is the body serves as the housing of the camera. Then the lens, ito lang yung lens ko, sorry, pagtiyagaan na lang natin. So the lens serve as the eye of the camera. Then sensor serves as the digital equivalent of the film. Saan ba dito ang sensor natin, ha? And anyways, I forget kung saan dito ang sensor. Then we have the flash card is where the image can be saved. Flash card or since it can be saved yung yung memory card. Um, Ayan tuloy, I forgot to turn it back. But I think one of you here have a digital camera. I think ikaw yun sino yun? Si ano may camera sa napansin ko. Si Peter. Okay, Peter, 'di ba may camera ka? Hindi na ako marunong magbalik sa lens. And the battery refers to an energy source that powers up the camera. Of course, the camera will not work unless walang battery, no? Saglit lang. Later ko na yung isa uli. Okay. Okay, so that's the basic parts of the camera. Ha? Again, we have the body. So serves the housing of the camera. The lens serve as the eye of the camera. Of course, kung wala kayong lenses, talagang hindi siya maka-take ng photo, I think. Pero of course, pag yeah, yun na. Then sensor serve as a digital equivalent of film, and the flash card is where the image can be saved, and the battery refers to an energy source that powers up the camera. Of course, pag wala kang battery, it will not really function. Okay, your camera's automatic and assisted settings. So getting familiar with the different types of shooting modes, flash modes, image enhancement settings, and video mode. So, ayan. So, these are uh, the setup, no, of your mode of your camera. Saglit lang ha kasi parang kasi ito sensitive to. Uh, Yan. Oops, hindi pa. Yan, okay na, it's back. So we have here, ito po. Hindi siya masyado makita. Ayan. So the setting, no? So let's increase your shutter speed, allowing less light to come in. This will make the sky look darker and bring out the colors of the sunrise or sunset. Again, if you want to increase your shutter speed, so shutter speed will be allowing your less light to come in. Then this will make the sky look darker, no? And bring out the colors of the sunrise or sunset. So ganito yung magkuha ka ng sunrise or sunset kasi 'di ba pag like sa phone din, 'di ba? Ang phone automatic na kasi siya, no. So pag i-raise mo siya sa like i-point mo siya sa sunrise and sunset, of course, hindi siya makita. So we will increase our shutter speed para mo focus siya then katong golden sunrise or golden sunset maoy makita. Okay? Then to increase light coming in, making the image look brighter and lower your shutter speed. So i-lower na to ang shutter speed. So we have these different types of shooting modes. Ayan. I know wala tayong camera no, but for the meantime, let's just ano muna. Then maybe next time pag may camera na tayo, then we can take na this one. Okay? First is the automatic. So takes care of everything for the user. Like what I've said, yung sa cellphone, it has an automatic, you know. So when you take the picture, wala na problema, he will be the one to adjust. Like if ever man you have DSLR din, no, makita na nimo pag ready to shoot na siya. Once may ano yan eh, may color green and red. Red means it's looking for the right subject or balancing sa iyang ano, sa iyang lighting. Pag mo go na gay na, pag musiga na siya green, pag tan-aw nimo sa lens, no? I mean sa iyang diri sa ano, or pwede man pud ang uban ang digital, di ba? Diretso makita na diri ang katong pagkuha og picture, or kung gusto jud kag as in feel nimo na ano ka yung photographer, so dito ka magtingin, no? So pag once it turns green, then okay na yan siya, no? So parang nag-set up ka, then of course when we have this automatic, then automatic na yun siya mo set up. Then program automatic sets the aperture and shutter speed automatically but gives users the control over the other setting like ISO. So kung si automatic is automatic na talaga, so we have this program automatic na yes, it's automatic but you can adjust the ISO, no? Para sa imuhang pagtimpla-timpla sa imong pictures, no? Then we have the scene modes, generally have icons to represent their purpose. Example, a mountain for landscapes or a fast-moving person for sports. So wait ha, ang scene mode is this one. Ayan. Ito yung sa mountain, ito naman yung sa ah, mountain pala ito. Ito yung sa fast moving object. Then we have the flowers for the a little bit macro din naman to siya, no? Taking pictures for the flowers. Then this one is children, and ito naman is for portrait, no? Then ito non-flash. Then we have the automatic, no? Pag automatic meron flash, meron di yeah, automatic nandiyan na siya flash. So we choose this one, no? You gonna ano man this one. It has a line here, like for example, di man siya makita eh. So stating in this one, with the line here, it will be stating that you are in that mode. So you need to yeah, choose your mode, no? So you can turn this one, ayan. Why is it my camera mode? Ayan. So you can select, no? Ayan. Paano ko dapat makita din yung ano ko. Wait. I think like this one. Ayan. So mas klaro. Kaso nga lang, naka-auto din tong ano ko eh, camera, kaya it will not. Ayan, so like this one, so na ako sa, where you can see naman, 'di ba? It's turning. Yeah, di yun siya ma-photo po. Di yun siya mo-focus, yun siya sa kung maong, ayan, no? So ganun, ayun na yung pag-set up natin sa modes. So again, we have this portrait. We have this mountain. This is for children. This is moving, and this is for the flowers. So usually flowers food is ano. This one, I think this is for night mode, no? Yung kasulod ni flowers na icon. Okay. Okay, moving on. Sana ta. Then we have this shutter priority allows user to set the shutter speed and ISO but allows the camera to set the aperture automatically. Then aperture priority allows user to set the aperture and ISO but lets the camera set the shutter speed automatically. Then manual mode allows user to set everything. And by the way, as much as possible, I'll be making Ay, hindi nga pala ako makagawa kasi nga wala akong camera. But I will try to borrow na lang 'no, so that para maano din ninyo, I mean yung ma-try kung paano mag-set ng, shutter priority, aperture priority. So gagawa ako ng video nito, ng video tutorial or yeah, it will be nice din naman 'pag galing din sa akin, 'di ba? Kasi kung, 'pag doon sa ano, yung mga ano, ibang tutorial, di niyo maintindihan masyado. Ma'am ako kay Bisaya Bisayaw na ako para masabtan jud klaro ba, okay. Then manual mode, ayan, we have this. Ito yung masked. So we have the manual, the automatic, ano yung S gani, shutter priority, then we have the P, yeah, ano yung P nga? Yeah, aperture priority. Okay? Then if we have these shooting modes, then we have these flash modes. So automatic flash will only fire the flash when needed, which the camera determines by reading and available light on the subject. Of course, pag ngit-ngit bitaw, so automatic po na siya mo flash. Then of course, dapat usahin na pag i-set up nimo, pag picture nimo bisan hayang na kayo, okay na kayong lighting mo flash. So you can stop it by pressing tama diri i-press na ano. Asa ga ito diri ako sorry. Eto. Yeah, meron siya dito ano, button. So it depends on the model of the camera, no. So you can stop the flash kay of course maganda naman yung lighting, yung ano ba, morning na morning tas mag-flash gihapon. Of course, flash is uses for ano man, night mode. I mean, para makita ba na mo na maggamit ng flash. Then automatic flash with red eye reduction. Of course, normally usually we have this ano pag gabi ita mag-picture. Labi na to ano film, 'di ba? Wala pa to siya reduction talagang pag picture nimo mang pula ang mata karon kay mamuti na. Works the same as the regular automatic flash mode but attempts to reduce the red eye effect that flashes often produce. No, sa atong ano, sa atong retina ba ni or sa atong pupil mo, black or red. Then we have this force field in flash means that the flash fires with every exposure regardless or of whatever or not the camera believes it's necessary. Then we have the slow shutter flash with red eye reduction is what users can use in a very low light situation as the shutter speed will be reduced and the flash needs to offer a repeated burst of light to compensate. Then of course no flash, so turns the flash off so it won't be used under any circumstances. Of course, when you took a photo in the morning, sometimes din naman these photographers, yung mga pro photographers talaga, they using flash pa din despite na they have a good lighting na, no? Para as in lutaw-lutaw yun siya kay pag edit ana, of course they are doing some a bit editing to produce their standard output talaga, no? Unang they put a flash pa din para pag edit a bit nila din yung standard nila na pag produce ng final product. So nagihapon siya, no? Then sometimes we have this image enhancement settings. So lighting correction, aka D-lighting on Nikon and auto lighting optimizer and highlight tone priority on Canon. So we have this and talaga no, these two types of brand. We have the Nikon and the Canon, no? So aims to retain more detail from under and overexposed parts of your photographs while improving color as well. However, it tends to increase noise. Ayun. So kasi din ang camera nga, it's not only just for taking photos, it can record a video, no? Then we have also this noise reduction, so reduces noise but also reduces details. So ayan, it's really a bit difficult to balance these two. Okay? Now note, While these modes are beneficial, they also have their drawbacks. Okay? So it's really benefits for using these techniques. However, there is a drawbacks, Jude. I mean, there's something there's a good output, then there's a bad output. It depends talaga. Mauna ikaw, if ever you will be a photographer in your future, then of course you will be learning some of the techniques until such time na you can have your own style. I even have my own style as well. No? Ako, pag mag-picture ko, pag namila gala or nami trekking, so I really have my own style. Despite, mailhan na nila, oh, kay Berber ni, kay Berber ni. Kaya nga naman akong pinicturean. Okay, kasi naman, kasi I really like the way how I shoot it. Despite of the comments, despite of their reaction, sometimes they will really disagree. Pero later on, they will realize, okay, but at least I have my trademark already. Video mode. Saglit lang. They are still 22, kanina 29 to eh. So ano ba yan? They are just having ano lang. Hinulman ra ito ni mo Peter. Okay ra oy. So meron dito mga greetings pero it's not on my list. Anyways, thank you for watching. Well, anyways, if you want to learn for the digital production, then you can watch lang naman. Okay, moving on. So again, like I said, on digital cameras is not just for taking pictures, unlike those film. So it has also a video mode. It has a video mode. No, we have this video mode. Point and shoots can often automatically focus very quickly in video mode and a lot act a lot like a dedicated videos camera. Then compact mirrorless cameras with the interchangeable lenses tend to provide a higher quality video, but automatically focus a bit slower and are not terribly easy to focus manually. Yes, tinood yun na. Because you are holding naman kasi, di ba? Then, pag mag-video ka, no? Mag-listen po ka, it's like, yeah, ang iyang manual. So, that's why na somehow the inventions right now is to solve that is we have this stabilizer, no? Then DSLR cameras generally produce the highest quality video, automatically focus extremely poorly if they do at all, but provide excellent control over manual focus. Ayun. So before yes, most of the some of the videographer talaga they are using this DSLR instead of just using this talaga yung video cam, no? So maganda din talaga kung DSLR because it has a high quality in taking photos and it has a high quality din in taking videos. Okay? Asa naman eh? Ito. Now let's go on the camera's manual settings. So know more about aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. Like what I've said, it will really nice sana if I have a video. But sige lang, I'll teach you how. So let's for yeah. So we have this camera's manual settings. So full manual control of aperture and shutter speed. In this mode, you can manually set both the aperture and shutter speed to any value you want. So the cameras let you fully take over the exposure controls. So nadyo na sa imuha jud. I know it's a little bit confusing by this time, especially those who haven't tried talaga. Confusing pa until now, no? Because but later on, if you will really pursue this as a photographer, as a videographer, then you will really have your own style na jud, no? So as you can see, this one, is using my camera. Naday sa iya akong lens, no, na almost 200 or almost million ang price, no? Like, 'di ba yung mga bird photography, 'di ba tag-as kay ilang mga lenses, Diyos ko, mahal kayo to ilang lens. Of course, birds photography is uh, one of the how we call that one, the difficult types of photography because it's aside from movement, ang liit nila. So you need talaga those big telescope. It's not telescope, it's lens to capture on how they span their wings, no. So Mona, it's really what how we call that one? It's really kasi tawag ani kanang it's really awesome, fabulous, how we call that one. When some of the photography, yung makakuha yun sila kanang perfect bitaw na pag-span sa wing. Sabi na, sa eagle, kanang mga stork, ganun. Okay? So, camera's manual settings. So, we have the aperture. So, refers to a hole that controls how much light comes through the camera lens to fall on the sensor. So refers to the opening of a lens diaphragm through which light passes. So it's represented in f-stops. Example, f20. It's not f20, it's f2.0, f3.5, and f1.6. So the larger the opening or wider the aperture, the more light you let in which exposure. Okay? Again, pag padako, mas mosamot ta ipadako yung wider nato ang atong aperture, the more light ang musulod. And the smaller the opening or narrower the aperture, the less light you let in. Note, higher number, ito ha, higher number, darker image, more of the shots will be in focus. Lower number, brighter image, less of the shot will be in focus. Okay? So yun nga, it will be really nice sana if I have the sample video. Well, anyways, let's just ano lang. Take it for now. So shutter speed, excuse me, is a measurement of the time the shutter is open shown in seconds. Wait, bakit nag-echo? Ayan, wala na. So the shorter the time the image sensor is exposed to light, and the slower the shutter speed, the longer the time the image sensor is exposed to light. Then we have slower shutter speeds are suited to suggesting the motion such as that of flowing water or other moving subjects, while faster shutter speeds are intended for freezing the motion. Okay? So we have this ISO is the digital equivalent or approximation of film speed. So refers to the sensitivity of the camera sensors. So the higher the ISO rating, the greater the film ability to capture images taken in low light. Like for example, di mo mag-capture ka sa stars, no? So Milky Way, kung kaya jud sa imong cellphone. So we have these common ISO values. We had ISO 100, low ISO, ISO 200, 400, 800, 1600, 3200, and the high ISO is 6400. Well, I'm trying to attempt din doon when last trek sa panuntungan. Pero yun nga, shaky. Shaky talaga yung kamay ko. And I try to put it, hindi pa rin. So, dapat yun na kay camera stand. Like the one I'm using right now. It just arrived kanina. Kaya confident na ako na dito sa front paglagay sa aking cellphone. Kasi it so happened sa akong camera sa phone, laptop, it's somehow a little bit ano na, blurry. Ayan, so we have this composition and techniques. So first, positioning, two, focus of the on the subject, and three, the eyes of journey. Oh my god. So ito yung types of ano no, um on how you position your ano, your camera. Pero it's like ano. So we have this positioning, no? Kasi nga hindi ko man to ma-on yung camera ko eh. So positioning, so adjusting your composition through framing or by moving yourself of your gear. So of course, ito yung standard, di ba? Then after that one, of course, you want to position. So like this one ba, I'm trying to makita man ninyo kanang logo and this graduation statue, no? This is the trademark na sa atong school. So like I really want to picture out the logo, then ayan. So it so happen na ito yung ano ko, ito lang, this part lang talaga ang gusto kong kunin or ganito yung pagkukuha ko, eh. So when we say positioning, adjusting your position through framing or by moving yourself or your gear, no? Then focus on the subject. Wala man diri akong subject. So the subject is likely the reason you captured a particular image. So if the composition works to bring the viewer's attention to other parts of the frame, then you have a successfully distracted the viewer from the primary purpose of the photograph. Ayan. So of course, after positioning, so i-focus na nimo siya sa imong uh, subject. Remember that the reason why you took the picture because of the subject nimo. Then especially if what if you're having a street photography, no? You're having a street photography, then your subject is parang ano siya nakabaliktad. So it will be nice sana if ano anong tawag nito? Like ikaw yung mag-adjust, no? Because your subject is andun, it is nakita na a little bit a distraction, so ikaw yung mag-adjust, then you need to focus your subject talaga. Okay, then the eye's journey, so the eye of the viewer will make its way through the frame of the photograph. It must guide the viewer, of course, by adjusting your position and targeting your subject talaga. So ayan, the eye's journey. So makita nimo nga no nagpahinga na. Di ba mapansin nato na yung mga photographers na muduko jud, mo picture, no? Tas mo ana, tas kulang na lang jud magminatay og position pakuha lang jud ang picture. Well, it's not ano no, it's not joking. So it's really true na like kinaunsa na lang ng position sa isa sa photographer, it because they are trying to get the best yeah, the best position that will give the eyes journeys, no, or the best view talaga. So mo na it's not really that nagpaatik-atik kung unsa mo kailangan jud mo lingkod ano ba mo pungko, because mo man na ilang gusto na view na makita makuha. So mo na of course na jud magpaduko-duko. It's really normal and it's part of the life of the photographer. So and we are now in the last part, no, composition and technique. So learn how to use the rule of thirds. So that will be our topic next meeting pala. Then perspective, use shapes and lines to draw the eye of a specific point. Frame your subject with objects and make your choices for a reason. So ito yung mga pahapyaw lang na techniques and composition on how to have a good output, no? So we have the composition and techniques. We have the rule of thirds. So means to split the vertical space into three parts and the horizontal space in three parts, which will look exactly like a 3 by 3 grid. So pro tip, so the intersection points are where the eye tends to go first. So it's useful to place your subject on one of those points. People generally tend to aim for the center, but often less effective. Okay? Then we have this perspective. So slight positioning above or below the subject can subconsciously imply aggressiveness and positivity. It is recommended to try in taking photographs of the same subject from different perspective and see how people interpret them. Yung perspective ito, like for example, yung perspective sa paggawa ng building, ganun na type of photography. So, di ba mapansin mo, pag perspective, parang ang front niya is dako bitaw until pag mutanaw na ka sa unahan, no? Mugamay. So, like, kana naging gina-post bitaw pod sa perspective sa baywalk, perspective sa balay. So, yung ana. So, word of advice when capturing a moment, whether it's a stage or not, photographing the subject head on can often seem a little awkward and end up being less effective. Okay. Then use shapes and line to draw the eye of a specific point. So when composing a photograph, the shapes and lines and where they are draw our eyes is subject for consideration. The goal here is to make the shapes and lines take the viewer where we want them to go. No, like for example, street photography, no? Kanang dalan, 'di ba? Nanay dalan pa ano? Kanang paint sa ano ba? So nanay mga lines, no? So like for example, padung ka sa intersection, ang mga lines padung naday dito imong ano, imong main subject. Ma-follow man sa ano, yung sa mapansin niya na yung sa maning nalagay linya tas pag follow sa mata ron sa atong linya, diri di ay. So ayun. So mao dito yung main subject, no. So reminder, if you're taking you out of the photograph or away from the primary subject, you'll probably want to consider a different composition. Okay? So pag of course pag ang imong target kasi is yung ano subject na after this line. Pag mawala na daw to siya, I mean ma-move ka sa imong main subject, then that's another composition na it's not anymore the use of shapes and lines to draw the eye to a specific point. Okay? Kuha. Then we have this frame your subject with objects. Like for example, ang frame, yeah. Nandiyo kay literally naka sa bintana, then ang imong subject nasa sulod, no? That's the best ano example for framing. Pero we usually have, for example, there's a two trunk there of trees, no? Then andyan yung is it a couple or a street sweeper who's cleaning the garden or yeah. So ayan, that's framing. So when we say framing, frame your subject with surrounding objects to make your photograph more interesting and helping to draw the eye where you want it. Now, tip, always make sure that the objects don't create lines and shapes that draw your viewer away from the subject. So, wag daw i-combine yun. So, usually, ang kuan dyan, ang frame is, murag na siya, mapansin mo, na siya sa frame. Pero not literally frame pud siya, no? But it can be considered as frame. Then pag picture nimo, ma-focus imong first landing sa imong mata dito sa frame na imong gi-picture na subject. Okay? So, I'll be giving sample next meeting. Make your choices for a reason. So, when you take a picture and choose where something goes into the frame, know why you are doing it. So di lang jud ta mapataka ngano kana man jud in imong like technique imong gihimo, no? If you're just trying to take a pleasing picture, the rules are your friend. On the other hand, if you are trying to convey something with the photograph, figure out how you want to convey it and compose your image accordingly. Like what I've said kanina, that I have my own style. I know that it's not part of the composition. However, I'm trying to interpret or trying to give it. So I'm conveying now my friends na yeah, that's it. That's how I photograph. That's my trademark. Then later on, they already you convince them. Then I convince them already. Then okay, they accept it, and it's truly a type of that I'm waiting for their response. Okay, that's awesome. So now if they accept it, then that's it. You have now your own style. Okay, that's it for this afternoon. Ayun, nawala na. So, again, okay, maybe it's almost, ano na pala, no? 3. So, do you have class? I think wala na kayong class. Remember, I have 3 subjects, diba, sa inyo. Then, 1 cancer demos and for your capstone. Okay, I think, do you have any questions? So, there are 22 of you here who are still watching. Thank you for the survive. I know it's a little bit confusing pa, but if ever we have this activity, uh talaga interest na kayo. It's not interest, it's interest daw, interest. Silent T. So no. So again, if we will be having our activity, and don't worry, you will be have yeah, magka interest jud mo ani na activity nato, no? Okay, do you have any questions with our basic photography or not basic photography? But our topic this afternoon is about for the chapter yeah, basics of photography. Nga pala. So, okay, do you have any questions, my dear students? What's the meaning of that, Kane? I could not understand because what I'm seeing right now is that elbow cuff. What is that? What kind of icon is that ba? Wala kayong question sa imong pa-activity, sir. Yes, good question, Angela. Sa imong pa-activity, sir, pwede ra cellphone, sir, dili necessary din sa I would like to suggest that you need to buy a DSLR. Just kidding. Yeah, that's ano din. That's that's also the thing that we need to consider. However, as much as possible kasi if you have the DSLR or you can borrow, no, or there's someone who owns a DSLR because we will be having this ano bang good set up like for the what is the aperture, no, this yeah, shutter speed, the flower, the ano, so it will be nice sana if DSLR ang gamitin so that you can learn what are the difference between them, no, yung different modes daw. Okay naman na ay 64 MP na cam sa phone, sir, no. Kulang gyapon na. Joke. Yes, of course, 64 MP. How boastful. But anyways, no, we will try to adjust. Puwede ra iPhone ang gamiton ng camera, sir. Yes, sa bugero po siya kay iPhone daya. Unsa man ang iPhone, is it 12, 13 or 11? I think 11, 12, and 13 will be the best one, no? Like, as you can see on my profile pic sa Facebook, I'm using 11. Ang napansin ko na ko, ang 11, 12, 13, they have the same output lang. Ang difference lang ako ma-remember sa 13 is they have this cinematic. The cinematic is yung mag-blur bitaw ang likod niya. Kato lang. Then 11, mura na gyapon siya katong 13 na pagkakuha actually. Yes, ang importante jud Mabel Andres na kay camera, no? So palit na. Buy na. Okay, of course, really, if you will be using this, ano, again, this is a digital production subject. So expect for using those high, ano talaga, na, ano, no, because we'll be submitting this type of, ano, type of output lang or type of this, dili kay high-end na camera, then, oh my God, expect for the unexpected grades, okay? Hindi jud siya importante na naay cellphone lang, Mr. Noven, no? Because we'll be using the camera man good and we will be taking videos, no? For this subject, digital production. So we really need to have a good as much as possible na makaproduce ta. But I'm not telling you to buy, no? But I'm just telling you to have one. Saan pag-explain na? I'm not telling you to buy, but I'm just telling you to have one. Oh, naranasan niyo saan yung pagsabot, no? Because you know naman, it's really yeah, having a good output will should have a good a high grade yeah, high end cameras or whatsoever. Okay? Haha, nag-joke si Noven, 3310. Haha. Nasa Shopee, iPhone 13, 19K. No, it's not 90K. It's just 72. Ay, masyado kang mahal, ano, Angela. My friend bought his iPhone just for 72 something. It's iPhone 13 Pro, no? I'm not so sure if may XR ba sa 13. Masyadong mahal ka, Angela. Nara sa ano eh, nara sa Davao. Vince, I'm not really so sure kung asa na sir, but don't worry, I will try my friend. I will ask him. And by the way, if you have, i-promote na lang po na ako. Oh, by the way, if you have problems with your iPhone phones, no, especially it's started from the iPhone 5 to 13, contact me because I have my friend who really worked out with the iPhone. And yes, he's well known na, but not really that well known sa inyo, pero well known na siya diri sa Mati. And yes, he has the everything will be solved by him, no? Because he got all the materials. Then asa makapalig Vince, nasa Davao I think. Asa man eh, kadaghanan nag-comment, abtikins na kayo sila mag-comment pag ingon magpalit. Sige lang, magpa-raffle si Peter. Sir, pa-sponsor. Yes, that will be the best. Juni sa sponsor, and that will be on the year 2020 30. Magpa-raffle na kung kuan cellphone. When sir? Last time kita na ko 90. Di man to 90 pagpalit niya, ano, as in just he bought it as wala pa yung month siya na-release. Nara sa 70 yun to, 72, 78, 90, grabe pat. Because hanggang sa Shopee, if you, dako man dyan ang patong sa Shopee because daghan pa rin mga kaltas-kaltas kasi. Muna yung ana. Pero if it's really from the store jud sa Apple, nagyapon na, dako gyapon nagpatong. Okay. I will not answer some of the question because it's in not fit to answer with this subject. I hope again kinsa man to nag-echo. Just ask question related sa atong subject. Okay? Yes, that's the best thing to do. Ito, scan ko to. Yes, Angela, kanedyon siya. Pwede ra maghinurman ay camera sa activity, sir. Yes, if you have, I know you have your iPhone. So, let your class borrow your iPhone. But, of course, the different dapat kayo ng mga output, no? Actually, I will not also, ano lang, meron lang talaga akong individual dito na activity. But most of my activities sa digital production, because making a video or ano, a movie is not cannot be done by a single person, no? You will really have a team for that, no? To make a good output. Despite of those some of the TikTokers or whatsoever, the vloggers, they have their ano talaga, they have their uh produced video made by themselves. However, they've been to a group before, then of course they just study that one and they have this experience. That's why they created that Bongi issues video made by themselves lang, no? But of course, and they have these gadgets na kaya nakaproduce sila na ganun na mga output. Okay? Yeah, social distancing gihapon. You can just bring the stick, no? Oh, you borrow sprayhi ang cellphone after use. Ana lang. We simply follow the protocol no matter what. Okay, do you have any more questions? Wait. Dali lang kita ni abot diri no. Well, anyways, I will not make it as an assignment, but on asa na to ko schedule? Okay. So on Wednesday, be back again at time of 2 to 3 because uh is it Wednesday 16? Ay na-count na they count sa office. But still I need to go home. I mean, I need to have my class here. So we'll be discussing about the different types of photography, no? So just be here and you don't need not to research. Let me just no, no. let me discuss to you the different types of photography. Then afterwards, after hearing the different types of photography, then it's the time now for you to take the photography. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just like what we did. Really doing this for several times now. No, taking the photography after pictures. No, after knowing the different types of photography. What do you mean of a mixed photography and videography? Not for now, but later on we will be ano, magdahan-dahan ta noven, no? From photography, that's dapat kasi we will not start immediately in creating video unless we don't lecture the photography. Kasi sa video din meron yung tamang position when you took the ano ba, the right angle, 'di ba? But it will not start immediately sa video. You need to have muna the basic of photography. Andiyan yun yung simula kasi no? Yung fundamentals, kumbaga. Okay? I hope that's clear for you, Noven. I know your question, Ken, is that was the activity before. Pero yun nga, it so happen mahirap kasi we'll have this, yeah, COVID problem, no? Like, yes, we have this anime spoof, no? Talang lingaw lang kaayo pero ang problema kay ginabara sa pag i-upload na ako sa YouTube, ibara man kay you know na. So i-upload na lang ako sa Facebook. Pero nagyapon ginamute gyapon sa Facebook. Yes, anime spoof. I think we're all done. So we're almost how 1 hour and 12 minutes live now for this class. Oh, I'm so very thankful for those who attend. And as always, they are the one who attending the class Jud Perminte. No, I'm what happened to the others. So for by the way, happy Valentine's again. So I hope you have a great day this evening or today. Have you greeted your loved ones, share your messages, and everything. Now, love lang tayo dito. And on the count of 10, say present for your attendance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attendance will be checked at 3:24 to 3:25. If you were not on that time, then you are absent and late. So be attentive to the class always. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming and see you on Wednesday. Be safe, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. Bye.